All right, we're back. I don't know if everybody heard Cramer under his breath. Oof, bad market. Now, Fed minutes came out. Well, we had the manufacturing data stank, sent the market lower. Fed minutes came out, everyone said, oh, maybe the Fed's more dovish. But then when you actually think about what's happened when those minutes came out to now, and you realize probably not. Market's back to the low.
Those who are relying on the Fed to bail us out. I mean, there isn't anything that they've done that, other than when we get an employment number that's really bad and that panicked them into a half, they're not your friend. So stop trying to find ways to make them your friend. They're your sworn enemy. They remind me of the Soviet Union. They remind me of the Soviet Union during a period of Cold War. Like, you know, periodically we'll say, oh, well, hold it, Andropov likes Jack Daniels. These guys give you every signal that you don't want. Why anyone thinks the Soviet Union is the friend of capital is just crazy.
Who thinks that now?
Well, everybody here, Bill, look at that. It's like little tea leaves. It's like little Kremlinologists. As far as I'm concerned, man, there isn't a tea leaf to be found. These guys are your enemy. Bill Poole, of course, he's like against this. That guy, he's obviously not a factor going into 2008. But look, the Fed, just forget about it. Just presume they're going to do the wrong thing.
I ask viewers if Jim and Bill Poole ran into each other in a dark alley in the middle of the night.
Well, if Chuck Prince there, I'll take them all on. Okay?
That would just be a frightening
I'll take them all on. I don't
altercation.
care. Hey, look, I'm a fight, not a flight guy. All right?
That's
Starting
right.
2008. Again, with sensitivity.
Cramer is a fighter, not a lover.
Right.
Okay, let's get to a few stocks. So first of all, market overall today, 08, you were saying...
Oh.
Actually, it was interesting this morning, you said oil and gas was your play.
Yeah,
but you didn't say
derivatives.
overall for the market.
Not great. Not great.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we are still not to the point where oil and gas is big enough in the S&P that it can turn the S&P. We still have too much finance in the S&P. Today's financial action is very typical of what I expect this year, which is that, oh, my, you come in, oh, my. Like Bear Stearns. Some directors sold a lot of stock in Bear Stearns. And I'm just thinking, well, I'm supposed to buy while that guy's selling? Sorry, don't count me as Mo, Larry, and Curly to bring up that stooge.
Okay. All right. I want to get to a few names, and first I want to bring up, because we promised everyone we would this morning, Africa. Now, we have BlackRock, big fund in Africa, Citigroup is a fund in Africa, private equity firm Steve Schwarzman's been talking about Africa.
How great is that? Which has been better,
Africa.
Fortress Investment or Blackstone as investments?
You know, I don't know.
That's a tough one, right? Because they're both so horrible. But well, if you're them, you know, I mean...
All right. Well, they're looking in Africa, and as a lot of people from the Middle East are. Big opportunity. And even Jim told me lately that he was looking at Africa. But then Kenya happened.
We forgot election risk.
Incarnate in Africa.
We forgot election risk. And when I look at what really happened, the revolution that happened in investing in Brazil and Argentina, they started having elections that made our 2000 election, remember that disputed one? Made us look like third world. We looked like third world to them. Suddenly in Kenya, it looks like, you know, like that electoral college isn't kicking in.
So, the tribal college, they call it.
Oh, man, I got to tell you, that is just one nasty election.
There are some ETFs. The GAF is one, but Jim is cautioning everyone, when you look at these African-based ETFs, check the weight of South Africa, which really is commodity-based like
I like
Sasol. But South Africa, you can trade specifically. If you're trying to get Afro exposure, you got to do a little bit more work and keep in mind.
It's just that look, I think that we always have to remember that that election risk, violence, these are things that you know we tend to put aside when they haven't happened for a long time. I feel very lulled into thinking that Africa was a safe place to invest. I feel
you've got time for one quick name, whichever one you want. I know you had a couple you were thinking of.
The old yellow freight. YRCW, they bought this USF. It was a disaster. They wrote it down again. I got to tell you, I'm worried. I'm worried. I mean, I know it's a non-cash charge. Boy, trucking. What a chart. Oh, my. Hey, that's Kilimanjaro from the wrong side.
That's a black diamond in Pakistan.
Oh, doctor.
All right, Jim.
Good to be back,
11 o'clock Eastern right here. Back.
Sweet guy.
We deal out offense to everybody. Offensiveness to all.
And a quick reminder, all the recommendations expressed by Jim Cramer are solely his and are not the opinions of CNBC and may have been previously disseminated by him. Before acting on a recommendation, consider its suitability for your circumstances and consider seeking advice from your own